Hello, my friends. What's up? Welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute, a very long minute. Let's face it, it's been forever since I've been on here about makeup. But listen, I've got the itch to film some makeup videos. And so here we are, you know, amidst all of the Disney and adventure content, we got to have some makeup because listen, behind the scenes, no videos posted on YouTube, I still use makeup. So that being said, obviously holiday being the most exciting time in the beauty world, there has been quite a bit releasing, although I haven't felt as overwhelmed as in previous years. I think part of that is because over the course of this past year, I have been decluttering, not only just makeup, just in general. Gives you a different outlook on things as far as do I really need to buy this? So that being said though, there are a few things I did buy and this is one of them. So I picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Beautyverse palette. I am a sucker for Charlotte Tilbury holiday palettes. I have loved the ones in past years. I still have all of them that I've picked up and this was one I knew I wanted to bring home with me. Now, I will say the packaging is beautiful. I don't know. We'll see about what is it on the inside. We're going to put it on together. We're going to swatch it together. I have literally not used this yet. So we're going to do this, you know, live, real time. Let's see how this thing works because it was expensive. So if you're interested in seeing how this palette works for me, if you've kind of been intrigued by it but haven't yet taken the plunge, then stick around. Let's talk about this palette and let's see if it's right for you. Alrighty, my friends, so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of this palette. Listen, on my channel, I don't go too much into the weeds of the technicalities, things like ingredients. I am not knowledgeable when it comes to all that stuff. So forgive me on that. I will tell you where it's made, and that is Italy, which typically those are pretty nice. The price tag, it was hefty, but that's to be expected with Charlotte Tilbury. This bad boy was $75. I will tell you, you guys know by now that I am a Disney fiend, Disney World especially, and we were at Disney World when the Sephora at Disney Springs got this. So I placed a mobile order, picked it up, and so I always like picking up special releases when we are there because it kind of attaches the memory to the product. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird that way. But anyways, that's the price. You do get 9 pans of product at 0.03 ounces. Looks like the total is 1 gram or vice versa. Oh gosh. Anyways, whatever. Oh yeah, net weight 1 gram. Okay, cool. So that being said, that's the box right there. You kind of get the little, insight on what you're getting, but that really tells you nothing. I will say for me, everything is in the packaging of this, which is never a reason to buy a makeup or anything really. Especially this expensive, but you know me, and over the years, if you have followed me since the inception of my channel, then you know that I'm a sucker for packaging, and this one is no exception. It's very sparkly, very glittery. On the back, you do have the names of each shadow. It also tells you what type it is. She's got Future Mattes in here, Party Topper, Crystal Glow, which is already telling me that they're not going to be super opaque, the standout sparkly shades that I love so much. So it does have a 24-month shelf life, which is longer than usual, I think. Although a lot of palettes nowadays, I feel like they're making them with a 24-month shelf life. On the inside, you get the little insert with the names. And then you have a full mirror on the cover. And here's what this bad boy looks like. So you get 4 mattes right here. From what I understand, these mattes, these Future mattes are a little bit more on the satin side. So they've got a little bit of a sheen, if you will. And then you've got 5, what I love to call standout shades. Because for me, a standout shade is where it's at. I will pick a blingy, sparkly shade over a matte any day of the week. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you some swatches. As usual, as I throw these up on my hand, I will throw up a picture of these on my husband's skin tone so that if you are of a deeper complexion, you will know kind of how it will look on your skin tone. And a lot of times, just in case you are new to my channel, it's not until I put something on my husband's skin tone or on his hand that I'm like, oh, wow. And there are times where I'm like, oh, I wish it would look like that on me. It looks on you. So forgive me that I don't always know how it's going to look until I swatch it on his hand. So here we go. Let's just swatch these together. I'm not going to go off camera and swatch them. I'm just going to do them here while we're, together. So the first 3 were very, very smooth, very silky. And then this felt a little more powdery, let's take off the watch, shall we? Because I feel like it's going to get in my way. Okay, so here are the first 4. These are the mattes. Wow, those swatch really, really nice. These 3 are, ooh, those were nicer than I thought. And I kind of, in the back of my mind, I'm kind of hoping I don't love this palette because it was so expensive, and that, you know, because my first thought when I opened it was, ooh, those party shades look a little sparse. I don't know if this is going to stick with me, but those look nice. I will say though, in swatching, I don't know, I can't tell. It almost seems like the type of formula that would develop hard pan over time, because even with just one swatch, it's kind of looking like it's going in that direction. But anyways, so that's that. Now let's, this is the silver one in the middle. Oh gosh, that one's pretty. Okay, this does seem like it could be sparse. We'll see. Oh, y'all, these are nice. There's 3 of these. Oh, okay. So I wasn't expecting that. These swatched a little better. They felt a little better than what I anticipated. Looking at them in the pan, I thought they were going to be gritty, but I don't think so. Darn. I really did not think these were going to swatch so nice. Okay, I am super excited to put this on my eyes together. So let's do that now. Let me wipe down my hand. My eyes are already primed. You guys know, if you've been with me for a hot minute, that I use the Fenty Pro Filter Eye Primer. I did use the Rare Primer for the longest time. I feel like my skin type has changed and my eyelids get oily now, and that one, it creases on me, which pains me to say because I love that eyeshadow primer, but I've gone back to this one and it has helped quite a bit. So let me wipe this off so I don't make a mess, and then we're gonna put this on the eyes together. All right, so here we are. Forgive the ring light reflection. I'm gonna have to do something about that. That bothers me. I made I don't even know what you would call this. It's mainly oat milk, which if you're gonna make like an espresso iced coffee, an iced coffee made with espresso, I don't even know what it's called. Use the Chobani oat milk. I know this is so random, but nothing beats the Chobani oat milk. It's so creamy. All right, I hope you're as ready as I am to put this on the eyes. And okay, let's grab an eyeshadow brush. I haven't done this in a while on camera. So I'm just gonna go in. I know this is Morphe, I think. No, this is BH Cosmetics, just a fluffy brush. I don't even know what to go in with, to be honest, because I feel like because of the sweater I am wearing, I kind of want to use this, maybe a combination of these two. So I'm gonna, ooh, I almost dug that brush handle into the eyeshadow. I would have been so sad. So I'm gonna go in with this middle one right here, which is called Supernova Suede. That sounds appropriate based on the color. And let's just throw this in the crease. That is going on so nicely. Okay, in past years, I don't know if you remember, my Charlotte Tilbury reviews don't tend to be as popular as others, at least in the past. But what I have found with Charlotte Tilbury mattes is that they are so, like, they blend themselves in such a way that it's even hard to compare them to anything else. I have found that they are just so effortless that I don't know, it's almost like the brush will just, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like, this blows my mind that it's this easy. Like, it can't be this easy. I'm gonna go in with another layer on this eye over here. This is incredible. I'm like, now I'm really excited about this. When I opened the palette, I wasn't. So, oh, that looks nice. You know what though? The mattes that are in here, I don't know, are all gonna go with the shimmers that are in here, which I'm never opposed to combining palettes because it puts more of my palettes to use. but yeah, just so that you're aware, I mean, this is like a warmer type of shade, and while I feel like the purples I'm gonna use, one of them is warmer, I don't know if it's gonna really go. That's nice. Except why okay. Sometimes, do you ever get like a darker spot right here? I feel like it's the eyeshadow primer where sometimes I don't blend it out completely. Anyways, okay. I'm trying to find another brush so that we can go in. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go in with that deeper shade. Do I want to right now? Okay. I'm going to go in with that deeper shade right here, which is called Space Chocolate. And I'm going to go in with I don't even remember what this is. I think it's maybe a Sephora brush, but it's the old Hello Kitty one. And I'm just going to, wow, place this on the outer corner. This is, I mean, this is a look right here, not even going in with the sparkly shades. Literally, if you just, this and gone, which I do a lot nowadays, which you remember, you wouldn't catch me doing that ever before. It was like I had to go full on eye makeup all the time and never all matte. And a lot of times now, it just, the simplicity of it looks so good to me. So here we go. This is, I'm already like loving this palette just based on the mattes, which I know isn't it's not the complete palette. We still got to test the others, but wow, that is incredible. And listen, I have been extra picky these days with makeup and stuff. Again, just because with decluttering so much, you end up a little bit more picky on what you're buying and what you're gonna, you know, because you don't want to end up decluttering something a year later that you spent so much on. So let's use this one right here. It's called Planet Pink. Seems a little funny. Okay. I like to, if you are new to my channel, these types of shades, any type of standout sparkly shades, I always take on my finger. I know that this is beautiful. Okay, sorry. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. Not everyone loves to do that. For me, it's how I get the best potential, the best bang out of the eyeshadow. Because a lot of times, there are shadows where they perform just as well with a brush as with the finger, but more often than not, I feel like I'm not getting the best out of an eyeshadow as when I do this. And I am like, my mind is blown right now at how beautiful this is. Oh, my lip really doesn't go, but wow. Okay, let me throw this on the other eye and then we'll add to it. Okay, I'm seriously loving every moment of this. This is the joy that certain makeup products bring when you first try them and you're like, this is the best thing ever. I'm feeling that in this moment right now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I feel like kind of right here, just not even taking it up the whole middle, but just like right here, I'm gonna try out this purple one, which is called Digital Lilac. Not to say that this is fully gonna stand out, but I just, that kind of, oh yeah, that did a little something. That looks good. I feel like, okay, here's where I've heard feedback on this and the Patrick Ta palette, which I had to order off of his website because it already sold out on Sephora. But I feel like a lot of people are saying that the color stories, like the pink, it doesn't really scream holiday. But if you look at the trends for like TJ Maxx and Marshalls and a lot of Christmas, like the places that are getting Christmas decor already, yes, I know, they're getting a lot, it's pink themed. Even a lot of the Halloween stuff was pink themed. So I think that is the trend right now. So for me, it's really not out of the ordinary for a lot of this stuff to be a pink color story. And listen, being a pink lover, I love the color pink. I'm here for it. So I feel like it didn't catch me off guard as far as, you know, again, it's just kind of the trend right now, but love it or hate it, that's what it is. This is amazing. Okay, so I'm not going to want to wash this off afterwards, but I do have another video to film after this, so that'll work. Okay, now what I'm going to do I'm trying to think if I want to go with silver or this champagne for like the inner portion. I think I'm just going to end, let's try 1 and 1. I don't typically do brush, but I feel like my inner corner is okay. So I feel like this is pretty. Look, do you see the little twinkle it added? But for me, I feel like I'm going with the silver. The silver is a little bit more packed as far as pigmentation goes. So it's easier for me to pick up on a brush. That champagne one is a little more sparse. Again, on a brush. This is where I say my finger is kind of my preference. So I'm just going to add a little bit there. That is incredible. Oh, wow. Did not expect this, y'all. Did not expect this in the least. Wow. I'm super excited about this. Okay. All right, so I'm done using the palette. I don't think I'm going to add anything to the bottom, to the lower lash line. I don't typically anymore. It's been months, I feel like, since I have really added something down there on the regular. So that being said, let me do some liner and lashes because you guys know that completes out the look. I mean, this looks beautiful, but something about liner and lashes just takes it up to the next level. So I got to do that. Let me come back, and you already know my thoughts, obviously. So let me come back and we'll talk through this for a sec. Okay, all, I'm back. Oh my gosh, this thing is good. I am super happy with this. Okay, so I've added liner and lashes, the Urban Decay, I think it's the 24/7 liner. And then just some Kiss lashes, I think they are. And that completes out the look. And I mean, listen, I did not expect this look to be so complete and so good, but listen, I'm sincerely stunned. Look, I'm just gonna close my eyes, give you the slow-mo so that you can see the twinkle. Let me scooch you on out and I'll talk about a couple of things that I did notice. Okay, so let me talk this through with you because this is a really hefty price tag and you may not be as quick as I to pick it up because of the packaging. So let's just face it. One thing I did notice though, when I was putting on liner and lashes and I was fully up close to the mirror, because I got to get up close for the wing, you know how it goes, is that the sparkly shades did have fallout, which is to be expected. Honestly, I don't know that there are any that don't have fallout when they look this gritty. So I don't think you'll ever have fallout with those first 3 matte shades. They are so like satiny that I failed to see how they would have fallout. I don't know, I could be wrong. I could see how this one would because this one is quite powdery. Now, the others though, well, minus the silver is really packed in there, but the others have quite a bit of sparkle. I don't want to say chunky sparkle because I know that turns some of y'all off, but in a way, kind of. So like I said, when I got all up close and personal to do my liner and my lashes, I did see the little glitter particles just right here on my face. So for me, that's not a deal breaker. I do know for some of you all, based on prior comments in years past, that it is a deal breaker for you in that sense. So just wanting you to be aware, you may already know that. I mean, I didn't use glitter glue back in the day. Remember, I used glitter glue for everything. I feel like the Fenty Pro Filter Eye Primer is tacky enough for me these days to where, I mean, it kind of holds just fine. Not only that, a lot of brands now make those sparkly shades with like not an adhesive, but they have like some sort of, the way the formula is made, it's made to kind of adhere to the eye. Not like back in the day, a decade ago, remember it was like the loose glitter and you really did have to use glitter glue. I feel like those days are over. So anyways, that being said, so yes, $75. In this day and age, does $75 warrant any eyeshadow palette? I don't know. I don't know that anything is worth that much. It was obviously that worth it enough for me to pay that much. It was, you know, what's that saying? The value of something is what you're willing to pay for it. And obviously I was willing to pay $75 for this. Anyways, I do love the packaging. One of the main reasons I bought it. I love me a good Charlotte Tilbury holiday palette. I don't feel like last year she released one, and I'm wondering if the year before. I know last year there wasn't like a full-on palette and I missed that. So when I saw that she was releasing one, I definitely knew I kind of wanted to snag it. Like I already told you, the fact that I was able to snag it at Disney adds a little bit more value and memories to me, for me. But, you know, not everyone's going to run out of money for that reason. These kind of shades are right up my alley. The sparkly, that's all Michelle, to be honest. And you guys that have followed me for a long time know that to be true. The mattes, on par with what I know from Charlotte Tilbury. They blend like a dream. So you really don't have to be expert level status to be able to work these shades. And I love that. It makes it easy if you need something quick and, you know, you're on the go. I mean, just so good. And granted, I used 2 out of the 4 with 1 being powdery, but 2 out of the 3 of that formula, blown away, blown away. I was actually blown away by these shades when I didn't think I would be. And then again, you're gonna ask, well, then why'd you buy it if you didn't think you would be? When I bought it and opened it up was when I was like, oh, I feel like this is that type of gritty shade that really doesn't look very good. It's kind of sparse. You guys know I don't like bare, you know, I like it to be opaque. I don't like topper shades where they need help. These are not that. These look absolutely incredible. And so yeah. I mean, but look, even just one time using, it looks used and abused with this shade right here. But anyways, is what it is. I'm very happy with this palette. When I bought it and I opened it, I was like, oh, not entirely sure I'm going to love this enough to want to keep it for the price tag. And after one use, I'm like, I'm definitely keeping this. I mean, I love this palette quite a bit. Again, not everybody's cup of tea, especially at $75. You really have to make very educated decision on whether you will get enough use out of that. Again, if you are of a deeper skin tone than I, hopefully the swatches helped you so that you would know if this is going to be a good holiday palette, and honestly for the price tag, a good year-long palette. But I, for one, I'm going to get good use out of it. I will make it work. I will put it to use. I'm going to get some amazing sparkly looks out of this, and I'm really excited about this. So I hope you found that helpful, you guys. I hope that, you know, something with this video was helpful for you. I don't know you, but I love you. More than that, though, I have to tell you that Jesus loves you so, so very much. And no matter what you're going through, it is my prayer that you come to know him as your Lord and Savior, as your very best friend. And that if you're going through challenging times, I know firsthand several people who are going through absolute nightmares. So my husband and I have had a difficult year. So it's just, you know, everyone is going through it at some point or another. So I am praying for you. And if you need to reach out for prayer specifically, feel free to do so. You can find me on Instagram at @ThatDisneyBeauty. My handle has changed in the last few months. So you can follow me there. A little bit of Disney, a lot of Disney, and some makeup, but we have fun over there as well. But thanks again for stopping by. Last but not least, I always forget to ask for this, but a thumbs up really does help. And if you are new, I hope you'll consider subscribing so that we can chat makeup and Disney again on this channel. And I'll see you in the next one, friends. Take care. See you soon.